Hey, I'm Zach Hotoff, CEO and co-founder of Tightknit. I am about to walk you through the Tightknit platform from the website all the way down into our Slack application. So let's get going. The first thing I'm going to show you is the Tightknit companion site. And this might be a little bit of a surprise, but everything you're looking at right now was actually natively set up and comes from Slack. I know, take that in. All of this content, you're about to start seeing it, is custom emojis, it's conversations, it's comments, it's threads that are built into a companion forum. So you get all of the benefits of a companion forum while also having the conversational nature of Slack. So excited to walk you through each individual part of the product as well as introduce it through the eyes of our customers. The first step we're going to take is jumping into the Mixpanel community. You can tell they've done an excellent job of branding the community with those dark purples that really match the Mixpanel brand, and they host it at community.mixpanel.com so that they're able to get the SEO around bringing their content out into the web. So really powerful space that brings together their most popular channels, their community guidelines, as well as even external links coming from the rest of their community programs. If I jump into announcements, we can see a feed here. Let's actually look at it as a card view. And we have the ability as the end user and even as the community manager to update how we're visualizing these components on the page. At the same time, we can take this content, we can share it to social, we can build RSS feeds around it so we can listen for updates inside of individual channels, whether those are in email or even on Slack, as well as take this content and embed the entire channel in other parts of our website or even the product itself. Really, the embeds are endless. On top of that, we have our really powerful search bar. We're going to do a hard search. I tested this earlier just to see if this content did exist in the community, but we're actually going to check for how would I connect Mixpanel to an ETL pipeline. Very particular ask, but let's see what comes up. If you've ever worked with an ETL pipeline, you understand a lot of times you are tapping into webhooks. It's about building, logging, and visualization as you go through. But actually, this was the piece that we were most interested in because, for instance, Fivetran is an actual ETL, and this is all about integrating Mixpanel data with automated reporting solutions. So really powerful stuff for bringing customers not with just keyword search, but AI semantic search through the site across all of the content within your community. So we're now going to jump in and see how Dovetail uses our product. So this is the Dovetail Champions community. If we actually go ahead and check out directory, we can see here a member space where we're actually creating different cohorts of users across Dovetail's 10,000 person community. So in Dovetail Champions, for instance, we can actually see all of the champion users within the Dovetail community, as well as their individual profiles that they have inside of the space. We can see where they've posted, what they've updated about themselves inside of Slack, and really give us this kind of personalized experience for our biggest power users. On top of that, Dovetail is probably one of our best users of the events product that we provide, all again powered inside of Slack. So these event landing pages are created from within Slack for upcoming events, but also for past events. So we can go back and explore all of the events that Dovetail has ever hosted within the space and even jump in to some of those events and actually see content that has happened with that event. So go back and actually check out the recording and see what has happened within the community. Clay is probably one of our most active communities with 18,000 people, but honestly, posts that are happening at least every half hour, if not every 10 minutes. So Clay has a bunch of channels activated within this space, and we can go back in time and check out all of the messages. Let's see, 9,800 posts that have happened in these channels within the last, 8 or 9 months that we have been operating within their system. And this is not even including the comments that are actually being stored within all of clay.com. We're now going to go check out Amplitude. And this is not a Tightknit community, I should mention. This is a Gainsight community. But because Tightknit is modular and portable, Amplitude was able to take their Slack community and embed it inside of their Gainsight community. So if we jump into one of these messages, you can actually see here we're taking actual code and those responses and bringing them into the actual Gainsight community so people can collaborate inside of both. And when we're ready to join the discussion, it's going to push us into the Slack workspace and sign up from straight within here. The final thing I'm going to show you before we jump into the Slack app, I am going to go ahead and search Google. And I just searched for Slack canvas cover image size. But what's amazing is because our Slack content is being indexed on the web, we can actually start winning Google search answers. So here you see our Tightknit community winning that Google search answer for Slack canvas cover image sizes. If we click on that, you can see here an actual post from within our space that goes ahead and discusses those particular images. Really exciting stuff to be able to take your community and bring it out into the web. Now we're going to jump into Slack. Inside Slack, we've just entered the Tightknit application. From Tightknit, everything is built inside of Slack so you can use it on the go, on your phone, inside of Slack without ever needing to download a separate application. Everything is modular. We have the ability to create different roles and permissions with groups. We have that companion forum site and the settings that are associated with that. Member engagement for building out onboarding messages, polls, and anonymous posting. Events. So actually powering our events product and setting those up properly. So if we click on events, you can see here, we can create a new event. We can see the existing events that we have started to host. We can even go ahead and look at past events, our drafts, and even events that need approval. One of our most popular features recently has been gamification. So building out badges, milestones, and journeys for onboarding and customer campaigns directly inside of Slack. Our moderation capabilities and our developer capabilities. So having both webhooks and APIs that you can access to create really engaging experiences and customize it to exactly what your business needs. And then finally, channels and feeds. So activating individual feeds and channels and how they should operate. Let's go ahead and see in here, you can see feed settings, engagement settings, and even agent settings. So defining how different agents interact within the community. So whether it's a case deflection agent or an intro bot agent that introduces people to other people within the community. But using Slack doesn't change for your end user. So if we jump into events, you can see here a demo Blazor event was just posted. It's white labeled, even though it's Tightknit behind the scenes. And we support buttons and kind of actions that can take place, including adding to your calendar and all sorts of different interactions inside of Slack. So your users don't have to interact any differently. We just provide an elevated experience inside of the Slack community. On top of that, if we jump into Slackbot, we have all sorts of interactivity across milestones, badges, generating custom profile photos with badge frames, even social photos that you can go ahead and share externally after having earned a particular badge within the community. So there is a lot that I can continue showing you, but this is already a very long video. So I am excited to end here, and hopefully you are excited about bringing Tightknit to your community and building those elevated experiences.